Want to give those legs a break? Wondering how you can soar the skies of Shadowlands? Questioning why your winged beast only runs on the ground? You've come to the right place. This guide will take you step by step all the way through from just running around, being a bit of a pleb, to be able to fly through Shadowlands. What's up, gaming heroes, and welcome back to another awesome World of Warcraft video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing how you can learn how to fly in Shadowlands. Just to be clear from the get-go, this video will be for the first 4 main zones. We'll do Zereth Mortis in a whole nother video because there's a lot involved. There is unfortunately no way to fly in either the Maw or Oribos, so do bear in mind that even when you have unlocked flying, you won't be able to fly in those specific zones. Prerequisites to learning how to fly in Shadowlands for the first time is be level 60. You first need to go through Shadowlands and get to level 60, and then you need to have chosen a covenant. To choose a covenant, it's really simple. Just go to Talanara. He will guide you on which covenant you should choose, and you just go ahead, choose a covenant. Step 1. Assuming that you are level 60 and you've joined a covenant, you will now need to actually play the game. I know, it's crazy. You just want to go into dungeons, you just want to go to battlegrounds, you just want to go to raids. I get it. But we need to play the game. We need to get to know what's happening within the lore. So to do this, you need to complete your covenant campaign. Complete your covenant campaign and get yourself to renown level 44. Why renown level 44? Well, because at first, when Shadowlands came out, we didn't have all of the renown unlocked. It was slowly but surely released in little segments, and renown 44 was just the segment at the time where you could learn how to fly. So you have to first complete your covenant campaign and raise your renown level to level 44. You can raise your renown level really easily. Just complete battlegrounds, win battlegrounds basically, go through Torghast and win Torghast, complete world quests. Whatever it is you need to do, you pretty much get renowned for doing everything in Shadowlands. So get that to level 44. Should be quick, should be easy. Get that done and complete your Covenant campaign. Step number 2 is doing the first 4 chapters of the Chains of Domination Campaign. There are several different campaigns throughout Shadowlands, so be sure to make sure you open up your quest log and you check which campaign you're currently working towards. It's really easy. Press L and this will open up your quest log, and then at the top it will say if you're on the Chains of Domination, if you're on the first ones, whatever it is you are on. You want to be completing the first 4 chapters of the Chains of Domination campaign. It will tell you exactly what chapter you are on, so you can always be wary of exactly what quest you are doing and not accidentally go astray and go onto the wrong campaign. It's very easy to do this, so just make sure you keep checking that quest log and make sure you're doing the right quest to complete the Chains of Domination. You need to complete 4 chapters, so that is the Battle of Ardenweald, Maw Walkers, Focusing the Eye, and the last Sigil. Once you've completed all 4 of those chapters of the Chains of Domination campaign, you will actually be given the item you need to learn how to fly. The item is called Memories of Sunless Skies. You simply right-click that and it will unlock flying in Shadowlands. You'll also be awarded a special mount depending on your covenant, which will allow you to zoom around on Shadowlands. So there you go. There's the summary of what you have to do to learn how to fly in Shadowlands. But that being said, I want to go into the details of actually all the quests and everything like that, so you can perhaps listen to this guide as you are going along. You can pause it, follow the instruction, and then go ahead, complete the next instruction, and so on and so forth. Now, bear in mind, I actually did this myself in preparation for this video. I've done this once before, but I decided to basically do it a second time because once you've done it once on one character, on all future characters, you can just skip this campaign. I actually chose to go back on a brand new character and complete it just in research for this video and making sure I had all the concrete evidence and everything like that. Bear in mind, this does take around 2.5 hours to complete 4 chapters of this campaign, so do just bear that in mind. But the good news is you're getting fully caught up on all the story of Shadowlands, and you get quite a lot of little rewards along the way, such as loads of anima and things like that. Okay, so the walkthrough is Chapter 1 of Chains of Domination is the Battle of Ardenweald. We've got this written down so it's a little bit easier for me to make sure I'm giving you the correct information. To start these quests, head to Oribos. You should have a quest to show up on your screen called The First Move. Accept this quest and go to Polmark Adrastes. Right-click on her and speak to her to get the dialogue. There'll be a cinematic that you can watch or you can skip, entirely up to you what you so choose. Turn in the quest to High Lord Bolvar Fordragon. The next step is to accept the quest A Gathering of Covenants from Talinara, who is standing behind Bolvar at the table in the Enclave. Once you have accepted the quest, speak to Talinara and select the dialogue I am ready. This will teleport you to the Arbiter's Chamber. Next, speak with Bolvar again to hand in a quest, Voices of the Eternal. Talk to Talinara and select the option I am ready to begin. This will trigger another cutscene. Once the cutscene is finished, you can talk to Inara once again to be teleported back to the Enclave to speak with Lady Moonberry. You can then accept the Battle of Ardenweald from her, and the Etherworm will fly you to Ardenweald, where you will begin the Battle of Ardenweald. Once you are in Ardenweald, a 10-stage scenario will occur, which you will follow through, work your way through the scenario, and it takes around, 15-20 minutes, really, depending on how quick you are, and if you've got some gear. This campaign does get harder as you progress through it, so if you have absolutely just starting gear at level 60, you might find it a bit more difficult. You can always buy item level 233 gear from the auction house, which is completely perfect for completing this campaign if you are struggling. Once you've finished the entire, scenario, I don't want to ruin it too much for you guys. Go through the scenario yourself. It's a 10-step scenario. And then hand in the Battle of Ardenweald and accept Can't Turn Our Backs from Lady Moonberry. Eventually, this will lead you back to speak to Bolvar. Select the dialogue, Is the Sigil safe? A cinematic will begin. Once the cinematic is finished, go back to the Winter Queen, turn in the quest, report to Oribos, and would you believe it? I want you to go back to Oribos. Congrats, you've just completed the battle for Ardenweald. This is a super easy chapter, and I'm sure you'll have a good time doing it for the very first time. You actually get quite a bit of anima actually completing this, so it's always a good idea just to get it done. The next chapter is Chapter 2, which is Maw Walkers. Next, we take on the quest Opening the Maw from Tel Inara. If this quest isn't showing you like the quest just generally, log out, log back in, you might just need to reset it. Once accepted, talk to Talinara and select the dialogue option, I'm prepared for you to examine my anima. When Talinara has finished speaking, talk to them again and hand in the quest, now accept link to the Maw. Go down the Ring of Transference. To get there, you just have to leave the Enclave, go to the teleport pad, teleport up, and then jump in to the Ring of Transference. Once there, speak to Venari, who should be on the map. If you can't see it, should be 4641 for the coordinates, and select the dialogue option. I need your help to find a second waystone to create a permanent connection to Oribos. Right click on Venari again to turn in the quest. Now accept Mysteries of the Maw. Head to the Anima Flow teleporter and click on it. This will transport you to a cave with Venari. Follow the quest lines. Generally, it is quite simple, and Venari does talk you all the way through it. If you've got any difficulties at all, the quest does explain it, and also on the map, it does tell you exactly where you need to go. Upon following the quest line, it will take you over to Korthia, the City of Secrets. Speak to Venari and click the dialogue option. Scan the area to see what exactly might be nearby. Then head over to the group of attendants at 5820. Wait for the dialogue to end and speak to Tal Galan. He looks exactly like Talinara, but he's called Tal Galan. Select the dialogue option, lead the way to Tal Galan, and follow him. He will take you through to Korthia, and he will give you a quest. Who is the Maw Walker? Right click on him again and select I'm prepared for your Maw Walker test. He will then lift you in the air like you are a little toy and examine you. How nice. When he's finished with his test, he will put you down and you can turn in a quest, and you can turn the quest back into him. Upon completion of this quest, you will now be able to mount up in the Maw. Oh my gosh, thank goodness for that. I went months of running through the Maw with no mount. I was sad, I was upset, and there were tears. Next, accept opening to Erebos. Right click on the Waystone, just like the original Waystone that we found in the Maw. Right click on that, it's in Korthia, and it will take you to Erebos. On the other end, Bolvar will be waiting for you. Speak to Bolvar, talk to him, and get charge of the Covenant's quest. You'll gain an extra action button called Rallying Cry. So click on that and it will rally all the Covenants and you'll run through the portal back to Korthia. Once you get back to Korthia, wait for all the dialogue to be finished and then you'll eventually be given the quest Surveying Secrets. This will just ask you to basically go collect 4 reports all around Korthia. Go collect those reports and then return to hand that quest in. At this point, you'll be given a quest where you have to complete 4 daily quests. It's okay, it's super easy to do. Just quickly grab all of those daily quests, complete them, and then hand those in. Once those are handed in, you will speak to Bolvar Dragon and turn in the quest, and he will complete your chapter 2 of the Maw Walkers, which is brilliant. Okay, now we move on to what I would say is the longest part of the campaign for completing this, which is Focusing the Eye, Chapter 3. Start Chapter 3 by talking to Tal Galan and accepting a show of gratitude. Head into the cave to find Venari. She's at the back of Korthia, so it's really easy to see her. It's a little cave right next to the Waystone. You'll see him. Turn in the quest and accept Ease of Passage. Speak to Venari again and click I am ready. Follow Venari back to the Waystone and right-click on the Anima Flow teleporter. This will therefore teleport you back to where Venari is originally in the Maw. Remember to bring Venari's overstuffed bag. She doesn't really, or she or he or whatever, body type 1, body type 2, doesn't like to carry their own bag. So therefore, you're going to have to carry it for them. Once you bring the bag over and you've teleported all the way back to where Venari was originally, bring the bag over to them and then they will give you the Transferal Augmenter quest, which you will need to click and then follow through with that. This will teleport you to a random part of the Maw. Simply land back on the ground and then run back over to Venari. I know it's kind of ridiculous, but we have to do what we gotta do. Now go back to Venari. Now once you're back at Venari, click on the teleporter again and it will now successfully teleport you to the correct position where you will see an astral form of Venari. Follow the quest that Venari will give you where you will need to put basically a rod in the ground which will communicate with Venari a lot easier, and then follow the quest which is Birds of Feather. You see the little golden feathers on the ground. You follow that through until you find the caged bird. Follow that quest. This will eventually lead you to confronting Helga, and then you'll be flown to Skyhold, where you will need to rally the troops, so to speak. Follow those quests, forge the horn once again, rally some troops, hire some troops, and then head back. Good old Odin here to save the day, as always. There's a lot of dialogue, there's a lot of waiting around, just listening and just getting caught up on all of the storyline. But once it's all complete, you will be told to basically jump from Skyhold back to Erebos. When you land back in Erebos, do bear in mind, you might accidentally get the quest to go speak to Talinara to begin the First One's campaign. Ignore that. You're actually, when you get back to Erebos, I want you to jump into the Ring of Transference and continue to follow the quest line for Chains of Domination. Once you've jumped into the Ring of Transference, that will take you back to the Maw where you will speak to Venari and select the dialogue option, how do I bind this horn to the Maw? Turn the quest in to Venari and accept Anger Management and Tears of the Damned. This does take a little bit of time now, this quest. You have to head to the gaping wound in the Maw where you will have to collect Tears of the Damned, and you will also have to click on the spirits and channel your horn to them, which will basically turn them into almost like allies. Once you've done that, you will need to go and confront the Eye, the Jailer's Eye. This is a really fun fight, so when you get there, there will be extra action buttons, there'll be golden spears in the ground. Make sure you run over those to collect them, and they will give you extra damaging abilities to defeat the Eye. Once that is done, Danacia will fly you back to Korthia, where you will speak to Bolvar Dragon, and you will have completed Chapter 3 focusing the eye. Now this is the final chapter, chapter 4. The last sigil. Now, if you've done this in one sitting, I say at this point, mate, give yourself a pat on the back, because it's a lot of work all at once. This is the last chapter to complete flying in Shadowlands, so keep going, guys. I believe in you. You're doing wonderful. Start chapter 4 by speaking to Tal Galan and accepting vault secrets. Now, if you're stuck at any point during this whole quest or anything like that, always refer back to your quest log, and it will always say Chains of Domination, chapter 1, 2, 3, and just follow whatever quest is underneath that to progress the story forward. If you ever get stuck, just go back to the quest log and check that. It will always tell you what you need to do. Turn the quest in, accepting the vault secrets, meet him near Skolar's Den. You should see it on the map. Turn the quest into him and accept vengeance for Korthia and the knowledge of the keepers. Let the anima flow from Bonesmith Hermir. These 3 quests are completed in the same area and can be progressed at the same time, so just get them all completed, guys. Once you are done with those 3 quests, head back to Tal Galan and Bonesmith Hermir to hand in these quests. Now accept the secrets of the vault from Tal Galan, speak with him, and select the dialogue option. I'm ready to see the message regarding what is in these vaults. Wait for him to finish, turn the quest in to Tal Galan and accept the anima trail. You will now see white orbs just flowing through the air. Just follow them. At the end of the trail, Tal Galan and Bonesmith Hermir will be waiting for you. Speak to Tal Galan and turn in the quest, Lost Records. Speak to Bonesmith and accept Bone Tools. This is actually a really, really fun quest line, so getting this done, you will probably have a good time just killing stuff and collecting the tools. This does lead into some quite fun stuff. When you've completed this, head back to Tal Galan and Bonesmith Hermir. From Bonesmith Hermir, accept the quest Hooking Over. This is the really fun bit I just mentioned, where you will jump from island to island using the grapple points. Really fun quest, so enjoy doing this. Make your way across those little islands to eventually where Bonesmith Hermir will be waiting for you. Make sure you protect Tal Galan as they repair the anima conduits. Once you have defeated the big Gorger, Tal Galan will finish repairing the anima conduit, hook your way back to the mainland, and turn the quest in back to Hermir. Now accept to the vault from Tal Galan. Head to 4739 and use the Flayed Wing Transporter. This will take you to the Vault of Secrets. Once you land, hand in your quest to Protector Karev. Once you land, hand in your quest to Protector Karev and accept Keeper of Korthia and defending the vault. Work your way around the area, slaying enemies to fill your progress bar to 100% while saving the 3 NPC marked on the map. Just check the map and you'll know exactly where you need to go. Once completed, return your quest to Secutor Mevix at 5074. Now accept into the vault from Galan. Speak to him and click on the dialogue options. I am ready. Let's open the way. Give him a moment to complete the ritual, and then a large white portal will open in the space in front. Jump into this portal. Once in there, there is a small amount of RP, which you just have to listen to and follow through. And then Zalax the Collector will spawn. Defeat Zalax in mighty combat and the remnants of Kalas. Then pick up the Sigil of the Primus, which is a very visible golden orb. Right click on the portal in the center of the room to be teleported out and to Korthia to speak with Bolvar, Dragon, to hand in your quest, accepting untangling the sigil. Speak with Bolvar again to select the dialogue option. What should we do with the sigil? Wait for Bolvar to finish the RP with Tal Galan, use the anima flow teleporter to get back to Venari's refuge and head into Torghast, Tower of the Damned. Once in Torghast, take a sharp right to the Rune Carver's room. You know where that is, right? That's where you make your legendaries. Speak to the Rune Carver and select the dialogue option, I need your help. We need to seal this sigil so the jailer cannot retrieve it. This will start a cutscene. Once the cutscene is finished, you will be in a scenario. Speak with the Primus and select the dialogue option, I'll help however I can. The Primus will give you a big buff. Use this to defeat as many Morsworn as you can. Once you've defeated enough Morsworn, the jailer will grab you and another cinematic will begin. Once the cinematic is complete, hand in your quest to the Primus and accept the Primus returns. Return to Keeper's Respite in Courtier and speak with the Primus. Wait for him to finish his dialogue and move to the top of the cliff. Now you can hand in your final quest. Congratulations. You just unlocked flying in Shadowlands. I'm so proud of you. Make sure you click that Memories of Sunless Skies in your bag. Just open up your backpack and it'll be right there. Click that and you can now fly in Shadowlands. Congratulations. Massive, 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 massively good job. And I'm so proud of everyone who did this. Really hope you found this video useful. If you did, do me a favor and hit that like button. Helps the algorithm and helps more people find this video. I'll see you later. This is Erosium, out. If you want to support me, check out my Patreon where you can get access to awesome guides on erosiumtv.com.